Hey guys, welcome back to another pickups video, this time for the month of May of 2015. Birthday month for me, so I was able to get, thanks through gift cards and cash money, I was able to get a pretty decent chunk of games that I'm very excited to share with you guys, including this guy right here. I got this Mario plushie as a gift, so he'll be my companion for the rest of the video. And yeah, there were a couple of good sales also going on during the month of May, so I was really able to get a couple of great deals and good games. So let's get started with the new releases. There were 4 new releases that I was very much interested that came out during the month of May. And out of the 4 new releases that I really wanted, I was only able to get 2 just because of money. I can't be buying every single game that I want. But as far as the 2 new releases that I got, the first one is Wolfenstein, the Old Blood for the PlayStation 4. And as you guys can see here, this is the European version. It has the European age rating down there at the bottom. The reason being, this game came out as in physical form only in Europe and other regions, I believe, but not in North America. This is a prequel to the Wolfenstein, the New Order, which I love that game. I have an impressions video if you guys want to go and check out, but it was one of my favorite games of last year, so I was very much looking forward to this. This is basically a standalone prequel. It's much shorter in terms of content, which is why the game got only a digital release here in North America, but since I loved the first game so much, I decided to import this through PlayAsia. And it was only like 32 bucks total, which is, it's not incredibly bad, but then again, this is a very short game. It doesn't have nearly as much content as the first game, so this literally got in today in the mail, so I'm very excited to put this on my PS4 and start playing it because I loved the New Order. So very much looking forward to this game, and I will definitely be making an impressions video once I'm done with it. So Wolfenstein, the Old Blood for the PlayStation 4. The next new release that I got is none other than Puzzles and Dragons, the new Super Mario Bros. Edition for the Nintendo 3DS. This is a budget release. It only retails for 30 bucks. But then again, this is based on the Puzzle and Dragons game that's out there available for smartphones and devices like that for free. So the charm of this is you get to play the Super Mario Bros. Edition, and it has all the content that the mobile version has, because I think some of the content is locked, so you have to actually pay for the content. So this is basically the complete edition, if you want to call it that. And this is a very fun puzzle game. I'm really enjoying this. It's very simple to pick up and play. It's basically your typical match 3 type of puzzle game, but it does have some added elements, some light RPG elements added to it, which make the game really fun. And it's perfect for short play sessions in between games to pick up and play this. So I'm having a pretty good time so far with this game. And it's pretty cool that it has both versions, the Mario version and the regular Puzzle and Dragons version. So pretty nice pickup, and highly recommend it if you guys enjoy puzzle games. And the two other new releases that I did not get, and I thought I would briefly mention them, are Splatoon, which I know it may come as a surprise for some of you because you guys know I love the Wii U, but I think I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm kind of disappointed in the fact that the game doesn't have voice chat, and it has very few maps. I believe I've heard there's only 2 maps out there for now, and two new maps, or the rest of the maps are going to be released via a patch in the coming weeks. So that's a little bit disappointed in my opinion. But I'm juggling through so many games right now that I really just don't have the time or to justify the purchase of Splatoon. But I'm very tempted to get it because I'm reading impressions of people that are playing the game, and it seems to be a really fun game. So I will definitely get it down the road. And the other new release that I skipped on is The Witcher 3, which it's been getting great reviews. The game looks amazing, very vast, very long game, which is again the reason why I decided to postpone my purchase. And being a third-party game, it's bound to drop in price very quickly in the coming months. So I figured I'm going to try and clear some of my backlog a little bit before I pull the trigger and get The Witcher 3. So with that being said, let's go back to the to my pickups. Best Buy that's the end of the new releases, obviously. So now we're gonna focus on the rest of the games. Best Buy had a very nice sale. Buy one 3DS game, get the other one half off. And being a Gamers Club member unlocked, I get 20% on top of that. So I definitely decided to jump in, even though I'm not going to have the time to play all these games. It's always a good idea to get first-party Nintendo games on sale, on sales like this, because you end up saving so much money. It's very hard to see a Nintendo game drop down in price. So I definitely decided to take advantage, and I'll show you guys here the games that I got through that sale. The first buy one, get the other one half off is for these two games right here. Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. I love the Phoenix Wright series, even though I only played one of them. The first one for the DS. I had a lot of fun, so I'm not sure if I'm going to tackle this soon. And I also like the Professor Layton series, which, by the way, I also beat only the first one. I'm about halfway through on the 3DS one. On the first 3DS game of Professor Layton, but so I still have some catch up to do as far as the two series. Maybe I'll do some research and see if you need to play the other games beforehand, but this is a very interesting and odd crossover, if you want to call it, with Phoenix Wright and Professor Layton. So I decided to pick this up because I really enjoyed the first games of each particular series, so I'm looking forward to trying this game out. But I think before that, I'm going to try and beat some other games in their respective series before I jump into this game. But nice to have it in my collection for a good price. And then the other game that I got half off is Fossil Fighter Frontier, which I have to admit I'm very excited to play this game. I know there's a game or two out in this series for the DS, but I decided to jump straight into the 3DS version. Apparently it's some kind of game that's similar to Pokemon. You go out and you dig fossils, and you can train, I guess, the dinosaurs that you dig up or something like that. The concept sounds really cool. It seems like a very easy-going RPG, kind of like Pokemon. So I'm down for that. It seems to be like a very relaxing type of RPG game to play, to pick up and play every now and then. So I'm actually excited to have this game, and I've heard good things about it. So I'm definitely willing to give this game a shot. And then I got two more games through that sale because it was too good to pass up. And like I said, I had a bunch of gift cards through my birthday. The first one of the second batch, if you want to call it that, it's Pokemon Omega Ruby, which, as you guys know, this is basically a remake of the original Ruby version that came out years ago. Now, I played Pokemon X last year, I beat it early last year, and I do have to say that I'm a little bit burned out as far as Pokemon games. I had my fair share while playing Pokemon X. That game took me around 35 hours to complete, so I'm going to wait a little bit before I jump into this one, but you guys know the Pokemon games are very similar to one another, but they're fun nonetheless, so I'm looking forward to playing this in the future. I don't know when, but happy to have it for a good price, because Pokemon games, they hardly ever drop down in price, so I was able to get it through this sale. And the other game is the codename Steam, which I have to admit, when Nintendo first unveiled this game, I was completely put off by the art direction. The game looked way too goofy, way too weird for me. I was not a big fan of the comic book, industrial setting mashed in together. But I do have to say, when I downloaded the demo, I really enjoyed it. I get a lot of XCOM vibes from this game. A lot of people were saying this is similar to Fire Emblem because it's part of Intelligent Systems, which worked on the other Fire Emblem games. Yeah, this is, in my opinion, more of a XCOM type of game. So I'm looking forward to playing this again. And it has also, as you can see here, amiibo support. So maybe I'll get to use my my Marth figure and Ike figure on this game. But yeah, not too fond of the art direction, but I had fun with the demo. So I'm looking forward to playing this game. Now, also birthday month, which means that GameStop sends out coupons for 20% off, and I decided to get a particular game that it's somewhat rare to find nowadays. It's a Wii U game, and I'm talking about none other than Legacy Undercover for the Wii U. As you guys can see here, this is a pre-owned copy, and it's going for 45 bucks, which is basically what the retail price for this game is. So, but you know, again, I had that 20% coupon from GameStop, and I decided to pull the trigger just because this game is getting a little bit hard to find nowadays. And I actually heard this is a pretty good game. It's like a GTA type of game set obviously in the Lego universe. And from what I understand, this game has very cool dialogue, very cool story, and it's very fun to play. So I decided to get it, decided to play it safe and get this game before it becomes even more hard to find. So I'm not very familiar with the Lego games, I have to admit. But from what I understand, this is a very fun game, so I'm pretty happy to have it now in my possession. And another gift, this is a gift that I got during my birthday, and it's the game playing on the background, and it's none other than FIFA 15. No surprises here, this is your yearly entry into the FIFA series. But this is my first current gen FIFA game, so I'm enjoying it a lot. In fact, I've been playing this non-stop for the past week. I already beat the career mode, and I won both the Serie A and the Champions League playing with Roma. So I'm having a lot of fun with this. I'm actually kind of addicted to it. But with that being said, this game has some issues as far as the AI and some of the controls that hopefully EA fixes it for future versions of the game. But a pretty solid entry in the FIFA series, and I'm enjoying this a lot. Now, to close off the games, I have four games that I picked up from GameStop during the month of May. They had this crazy sale, 4 games for 10 bucks. Obviously, it was from a list of games that you had to. It was actually a pretty big list. For the most part, they were old titles, but there were a couple of titles in there that I was very interested in. So I'll show you guys the 4 games that I got for 10 bucks. You really can't beat that. The first of which is Max Payne 3. I know some people, seems to be a hate or love type of game. I've heard some good things about this game. I think Ultimate Floyd won. He really enjoyed this game, and I'm a sucker for third person action games. They're usually pretty fun to play in between other types of games. So excited to finally have Max Payne 3. It's a game that I had on my radar for the longest time, and with this sale I was not able to pass this up, so happy to have it in my collection now. Another game which is part of a series that I'm not a huge fan of, but I decided to pick it up anyways because it's so cheap. Final Fantasy 13. I'm not big into the Final Fantasy games, and on top of that, I've heard that Final Fantasy 13 is one of the perhaps the most negative games as far as what the fans have to say about the series. But I couldn't pass it up for $2.50 basically. I decided to add it to my collection, and maybe I'll play one day and see what my own opinion on the game is. Maybe I'll end up liking it because I'm not, like I said, I'm not very knowledgeable on the Final Fantasy series, so maybe I'll like this game. Who knows? And then the other 2 games, I'm not very. I was not crazy about buying these games, but again, they were so cheap. Why not? Hitman Absolution. I've heard actually a lot of good things about this game. The Hitman series is always fun. You can do stealth, you can go action. It's very violent, very fun to play, and very rewarding once you figure out the stealth, paths that you can take to complete the levels. And I have this through PlayStation Plus. I believe they had this for free during a month. But why not get the physical release and add it to my PS3 collection, which keeps growing, by the way. So pretty happy to have Hitman. It's supposed to be a very fun game, so glad to have it here. And the last game, I could not find a 4th game for the life of me. The list was pretty ample, and there were a couple of games that I really wanted from that list, but I was not able to find any at that particular GameStop. So this is the filler that I decided to put in. This is Fallout New Vegas, which it's supposed to be a very good game actually, but I'm calling it a filler because I have not completed Fallout 3 yet. I started that game on the PS3 a couple of years ago, and I just never went back to it. So, and as you guys know, these are very lengthy games, so I still have a lot of homework to do as far as Fallout 3, and then, you know, obviously jump to Fallout New Vegas. And on top of that, I've heard the PlayStation 3 version is extremely glitchy. There are some game-breaking bugs that I'm not really sure if they were ever fixed or not. Hopefully they were, but again, I decided to pick this up as my 4th game for that GameStop promotion. So maybe, I don't know when I'm gonna get to this game, to be honest, but it's good to have it in the collection, and hopefully I get to complete Fallout 3 one day soon. And last but not least, non-gaming, or no, it's not like a physical game or anything, but it's gaming related, obviously. I got the Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past comic, or a book. I have a book overview on this if you guys want to check out my video. Got it through Amazon, and go check out my overview video if you guys want to find out more about this. It's pretty cheap and pretty cool if you're a Legend of Zelda fan. So that's it for physical stuff. Amiibos. As you guys know, I have a pretty large collection of Amiibos, and Wave 4 came out at the end of the month of May. I was not able to pick up any of them. I was at work, and I was not able to pre-order any of the Amiibos this time around. So after work, I went to Toys R Us, which they are like the biggest Amiibo provider here in my area, because they usually have a pretty ample stock. But when I got there, the guy was like, you know, we sold out. There were people waiting in line early in the morning, and it's really upsetting because you know, they released it on a Friday, and I work on Fridays. I work Monday through Fridays, so you know, here's hoping that Nintendo maybe releases Amiibos on Saturdays or Sundays or something like that. That way I can wake up early and go, you know, go and see if I have a chance to get these things. But a little bit upsetting, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get some of the Amiibos. I think Wario and Charizard are supposed to be common, so down the road I'll be able to get them, no problem. The problem though is Lucina and Robin, you know, the Fire Emblem characters. They're usually hard to get, so I'm gonna have to cross my fingers and see if I can get them somehow, somewhere. And then of course you have the exclusives like Ness and Jigglypuff and Greninja, which at this point I'm pretty out of luck, I think, on those. But who knows? Maybe I'll get some help out there to get one of those Amiibos. But that's it for now, guys. These were my pickups for the month of May. A lot of games. I have a lot of material to keep me busy. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all later.